The Joe Rogan Experience.
Speaking of which, OJ's on Twitter.
I saw that shit.
Do you see that one guy who made a parody video of his welcome Twitter world? Like, he made this weird dad video. It's so strangely, what's the word?
Apocalyptic?
No, disingenuous. Strangely disingenuous.
I thought it was like a deep fake.
Like he's acting again, but he hasn't acted in forever. And also maybe he's suffering a little bit from the football injuries because there's a struggle. I am very sensitive to people that have been hit in the head a lot of times, struggling to talk.
Yeah.
Because I look for it. I see it in people I don't want to see it in, and it's scary. And we all talk about it. Like people that work for the UFC, fighters, trainers, just people who do kickboxing. Everyone talks about seeing certain folks starting to slip. And some folks will start to talk about it about themselves, that they're having a problem. Yeah. And that's what I got when I was listening to that. It's like, hello, Twitter world.
All right. I didn't pick that
it's
up.
It's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
I can dispel some of the BS the people have been saying about me with no accountability.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm going to talk about sports and politics. It's like this weird acting job that he did.
It's creepy, man.
Whoa.
It was weird. All that. Yeah. It was a weird moment, man. That's a cool that thing that happens to people who have like done shitty things, where instead of just saying like, yeah, I fucked up.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't say, yeah, I killed somebody, right?
Well, you can. But if you do that, you're going to suddenly, and it'll be, I think for anybody who's done shitty things, the moment you just say it, you get to be standing again on the real ground, like the real terrain, instead of like the bullshit world you've been living in. But when you decide not to do that, then you do have this like, it's like the uncanny valley. Like you have this like android quality to you because you're not reflecting reality. You're reflecting reality after you put lipstick on it and sunglasses and combed its hair.
Yeah.
Put some perfume on it, got it a nose job, got ass implants. And that's your fucking reality, is this super plastic, like someone who's been getting plastic surgery for years. And so you're pretending that that's your existence. You see it, man, when like people are getting sentenced for killing people, and they're like, the look on their fucking face is like so confused because they have created this valley in between that person and the person they are, and they've split in half essentially, and they can't deal with it. That's why so many people who've murdered people will say, I wasn't there, I don't remember, it was a dream, I didn't know, I didn't do it. And Gacy, I should be sentenced for running a funeral home without a license. He was saying when he was out of town, people were burying dead kid bodies under his fucking house. And he meant it. He tricked himself enough.
Really?
Absolutely. Because otherwise you have to deal with the fact that you are a murderer, that you killed you strangled fucking kids, that you dress like a fucking clown, and like killed kids. Like, it's so unpalatable to deal with that shit because you're just a crazy lunatic who is out of control. So you'd rather make up a story. Usually it's conspiratorial. Somebody's like, hey man, you know where you can bury those kid bodies? I think Gacy's out of town.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. Isn't that fucking crazy?
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know. And
that's the thing what people have always said about OJ, that it's almost like he doesn't even believe he did it now. But the problem with that is there was a fucking emoji that he tweeted at this guy, or he had a direct message with this guy, and he had like 16 knives, and he said he's going to cut him. Like, if that's true, if he really did send that, if it's not Photoshop, if that's not bullshit, can you imagine getting a DM from OJ because you made a parody video?
Jesus God.
Because like guess what he did was he put OJ's video where he was talking, and in the background he had someone screaming, help, call the police, help. And so then OJ sends him this direct message, allegedly. Who knows if it really happened?
Who knows?
But if it did,
dude, I would like find a cave somewhere. I would want to move to the Himalayas. I couldn't deal with it, man.
Hello, Twitter world.
I'm just, because he could get you. Like, he could get you if he wanted to, I bet.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, how much time does he have left? He's 71 years old.
After he DMs you, he disappears. People are like, we don't know where he is.
Norm Macdonald tweeted at him. It's hilarious. Norm said, "Hey, Juice, I just wanted to tell you that through that video, I know the golf course that's behind you, so I could figure out where your house is, and I wouldn't do that, but somebody else might."
Yeah, that was hilarious. Norm Macdonald's so funny.
He's the best. I'm trying to get him to do a podcast. I was trying to get him and Adam Egget to do a podcast. I don't know what he can do, though, while he's got his Netflix deal. I don't think his show is, I don't know where it's at. I don't know if he has a contract. But he should do a podcast. It's a goddamn national travesty that he doesn't have a podcast. He's so fucking funny.
Well, isn't his show it's kind of like a podcast? Like, it has that.
Yeah, but he hasn't been doing it.
Oh.
And they don't want him doing interviews and stuff. It's like, it's a little tricky. Because he said some crazy shit. Norm says crazy shit. And he said some crazy shit like like if you about someone saying something, well, you believe that, you'd have to have Down syndrome.
Huh?
Like, he thought that would be better than saying you'd have to be retarded.
Damn
and
it.
people are like, what the fuck?
Damn it.
And people got real mad at him. I think it was on the Stern show. He's just a treasure, that guy.